We are fortunate our next guest, Irish women's basketball captain Lindsey Allen, is able to join us this week because she and her women's basketball teammates have rarely been in town over the course of the last month. Between December 10th and January 22nd, the 6th-ranked Irish women's team will play 10 to 12 scheduled games on the road. The second home game in the stretch will be played Thursday night in Purcell Pavilion against Pittsburgh. Lindsey's consecutive games started streak is even more impressive than Steve Astoria's, as Lindsey will start her 130th straight game Thursday night. That's a program record. Along the way, Lindsey has dished out 679 career assists, 5th in ACC history and 4th in Notre Dame history, while also earning a reputation as a defensive stopper. Off the court, the Mitchellville, Maryland native is a management consulting major in the Mendoza College of Business. We are excited to welcome Lindsey to our show today.
Lindsey, welcome. It's great to have you here. You know, I always think it's a mistake to even introduce a 130-game consecutive win streak, right? So I feel like I should knock on, or a starting streak, I feel like I should knock on wood. You have been incredibly durable.
Yeah, I think I've just, been a little bit lucky, just a little bit blessed. We have a great support staff here who do a great job of making sure that we're taking care of our bodies and making sure that we're eating well, we're sleeping enough, and, we're doing all these things to help prevent any of these nagging kind of injuries that happen over the course of the season. So I've just been very lucky in that aspect.
Now, you guys really have been road warriors here. I don't think I realized that when I looked at the season at the start of the year, just how front-loaded this was with away games. How's that been for you guys?
Yeah, I think we're just taking it one game at a time. I don't think we even realized how many road games we'll be playing over the span of a month and a half. But, we're taking it one game at a time and making sure that we're focusing in on our next opponent. But I think it's tough because, we're on the road, and ACC was the toughest conference in the country. And so, we're just having to making sure that we're just focused in on each kind of game, one game at a time. But, it's been fun just to see how much we've grown over these past few weeks.
I was watching the Miami game from the state of Florida, but I was in Tampa with the conference football playoff meetings, and they really jinxed you, man. They were talking about how everything runs through you, and the only real challenge the team has if Lindsey can't be on the floor and 2 fouls.
Yeah.
Muffet's trying to make sure you don't get those first half fouls, right?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think Coach feels comfortable not having me out there on the court. So I think I just have to be a little smarter and kind of just recognize how the refs are calling the game at the time and placing a lot of emphasis on hand touching, things like that. Just so making sure that, my hands are off who I'm guarding and just, moving my feet and being smart on defense.
Now, one sort of nice byproduct of that was we got to see a little bit of Ellie Patberg, and she sort of held fort there for a while. She seemed to do pretty well.
Yeah, I think that was Ellie's first time in that kind of environment where we needed her to step up for us in that moment, and she did a great job against Miami's full-court pressure. So, it was just really cool for her to be able to step up for us in that moment and, just kind of run the show for us while I'm out of the game. But, we had other people step up. Jackie stepped up for us. Marina was always in there for us. Enrique, just various guards have always kind of just stepped up and making sure that they're just kind of steadying the ship until I can get back out there.
You have always been a presence on all sides of the floor, offensively, defensively. But you seem to look for the shot maybe even a little bit more this year. A couple of times when people went under the screen, you didn't hesitate. Is that the case this year?
Yeah, I think I'm always trying to just be aggressive, trying to start the game as aggressively as I can. So whether that's pushing the ball in transition, getting layups, or just coming off the ball screen, shooting my jump shot, it's always just taking what the defense gives me. And so just, coming out there aggressively to start every game and putting pressure on the defense is really one of our goals offensively. And then just kind of taking what the defense gives me out there. We never want to force anything. We always want to take our good shots and just shots that we're all comfortable with.
Now, that was a game that sort of collectively on the two teams featured a lot of turnovers. Is that just the nature of the game, or does something happen in the course of it that has that result?
Yeah, I think Coach kind of expected that because Miami does a full-court pressing defense, and so they're really long and really athletic and quick. And so she just expected to be sped up a little bit. But a few times I thought we were kind of forcing it, and so we really just talked about how we can improve from there. And so we had 14 turnovers in the first half, and I think 7 in the second. And so I think we improved over the course of the game and just recognizing when we needed to shoot the ball and when we needed to pass it off to one of the posts.
Now, you had something happen earlier this year that hasn't happened to you much. It was just an ACC loss. What were the takeaways from that?
I think a big takeaway was just the realization that, okay, we're in the ACC now. there aren't any easy games, whether we're home or away. And so I think we came out of the game just really lax and really just, just too relaxed, I felt like. And I think we didn't have as much essential urgency as we should have. And so I think that was really a takeaway for us, and just realizing that no matter who we're playing, we're going to get everyone's best game, because we won the ACC 3 times in a row, regular season and conference tournament. And so it's just coming out the gate and just being aggressive and punching them in the mouth first is that I think is what we need to learn from that game.
Well, there certainly aren't any easy games in this league. It is top to bottom. You get challenged all the time in this league. Give us a little scouting report on what's ahead for you and in terms of your opponents coming up.
So we have Pittsburgh next. We haven't really dug too deep into them because we had practice Monday, just fixing a few things for us, and then we had off today, Tuesday. And so, but I think they have a really good post player who shoots threes, and they played everyone tough so far, and they're always just a great team because their coach is really great. And so we're looking forward to scouting them more tomorrow.
Okay. You mentioned in the introduction, but you provide a host of things to this team, but one of them is as a captain.
Yep.
How have you approached that role?
I think I've learned from the past captains and leaders over the previous years, starting my freshman year with Natalie, Kayla, and Ariel, just learning kind of how to approach the team and just how to handle yourself as a captain. And then last year, I think I learned a lot from Michaela, Madison, and Hannah, and just, and just being involved with them as well. I was a captain last year, but just being more involved with them and just seeing the day-to-day discussions they have with coach, with their position coach, and just how they talk to the team and, when to bring up a problem or when to kind of just let it kind of ride out. And so just learning more day-to-day and how to approach each practice, each game, and each player on the team and just how to motivate them.
Yeah, those are never easy decisions. And plus, you, as a point guard, especially in this program, you're really an extension of the coach, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what Coach has been preaching to me since day one. It's what Nielle's been preaching to me since day one. So just having more conversations with Coach and with Nielle and just talking about what I'm seeing out there as a player out there in the court, and then what they're seeing from the sideline, because it's completely different what I'm seeing and what they're seeing, and how we can kind of put that together and come up with a plan for the team, and just kind of talking about what we talk about as teammates out there on the court and what we see and what we think works best, and then what the coaches are saying and how we can implement that and just do a better job at that and be more successful.
Now, big part of your job is trying to make sure that Brianna, we feed the post.
Yep.
Coach is always
yep, got to feed the post.
Got encouraging us to feed the post. How do you make that happen without it becoming sort of forcing it, right? How does that work?
Yeah, I think that's what we talked about a lot in the last game against Miami. I thought that we were getting into the paint and we were looking for Bree, but we had our shots as well. And so it's just kind of balancing that. I think, we always want to start the game getting Bree comfortable and making sure that she gets her shots and she gets her layups, and then she's flowing on offense, and then she's also working hard on defense, getting blocks and kind of leading us there too. But I think, if the guards are aggressive, we attack the basket and get to the free throw line and, get those layups, it opens more things up for Bree. And so I think, it's kind of a balance. We kind of just come into the game and we have to figure out how the defense is playing us, whether they're sagging off on Bree, which is what a lot of opponents do against us now, or whether we have our just short little jump shot or just kind of floater layup, just kind of going from there. But once we're more aggressive, then that opens Bree up more and gives her more confidence.
Sure. And one of the nice things about post play this year is we've gotten some great minutes out of Christina.
Yeah, I think Coco came back in the summer, probably the most improved. She's in great shape. She's been working hard on her game, and she has more confidence. She's one of the captains this year on this team, and it's just been really cool for her to be able to just have more confidence in herself and just be able to play out there and just play her game.
Now, one of the things I'm usually, when I'm not traveling, I get to come in the post-game locker room with you. And I know a focus of Coach has been defending the three.
Yeah.
Bringing it up a few times.
Yeah.
What are the secrets to that? Why have we struggled a little bit with that, and how do we get better?
I think sometimes it's just the way we're guarding the ball screen. So they'll come off the screen and then they'll get a wide open free throw jumper or a wide open three. And then sometimes it's just kind of being more aware out there in the court. I think, we have to realize who the shooters are and who we need to play closer. And so when we're rotating and someone drives and we come over to help, we have to rotate better to get to the shooters. And then sometimes we just have our hands down and we don't think they're going to shoot it, but then they just shoot it in our face. So I think, just being bigger on the ball and just being more aware of who the shooters are and paying attention to the scout more.
I don't know whether it's the Golden State Warriors effect or what, but it seems
Yeah.
like everybody, has 3-4 people on the floor all the time who can
Yeah.
shoot that shot.
Yeah, especially in the ACC, I think we have a lot of versatile players who can play in the post and who can bang down low, but can also step out and shoot a three. And so we're guarding ball screens, and we have to switch because some of the posts pick and pop, and they can shoot the three really well. And so I think that's what makes this conference so tough is just the versatile players that we have.
Now, you referenced Jackie earlier. She's not the only freshman. Give us a little your insights into how this year's freshmen are coming along.
I think they're coming along very well. I think freshman year is always tough because you're still trying to get acclimated to both the school side of things and the basketball side of things. But I think they're definitely learning as the season goes on, I think, and they're each kind of growing in their own way. I think Jackie started out really well, and then she got injured for a little bit, and then Erin kind of took off from there, and she's been playing really well with a lot of confidence. And so just getting them more minutes and getting them more comfortable out there in the court would be good. But they're two really smart basketball players who came here for a reason, and, Erin can shoot the three, Jackie can drive and shoot the three, and so they're going to fit really well into our system.
Erin has a really quick release.
Yeah, it's really quick. I'm still surprised when she shoots it that quick. And, you pass it to her, and it's out of her hands right away, which is really, really cool to see. And so she's getting more comfortable with that, and also taking her free throw line jumper and just, playing inside and out and just kind of figuring out what her role is.
Now, this is a team heavy in guards.
Mm-hmm.
You're sort of the constant.
Yeah.
When you don't pick up that second
Yeah.
foul in the first half.
For sure.
How does it impact you as the complementary guards around you are changing? Does it change your game at all? They have different strengths and weaknesses, right?
Yeah, I think it does, but it doesn't. I think I try to play the same way every game, but, it just depends on who we have out there. Sometimes it's just me, Michael, Marina, and then Erin and maybe Catherine. And so we're kind of a little bit of a smarter lineup. So maybe I need to focus on rebounding more. Maybe I need to, making sure that we're running plays, quick hitters so that everyone knows where we are. So it just kind of depends on who's out there on the court and just kind of, what plays we should run, whether I need to just drive and kick more, whether I need to look for my shot or, just rebounding more, just pressuring on defense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This period of time, you're on campus for a long time without the rest of campus being here. What's that like?
It's different, for sure, because I'm not actually on campus because the dorms are closed and I'm a senior. I'm off campus in an apartment, but it's just different, just being able to focus solely on basketball. And these past 4 weeks that we've been on break has been really cool. But, you kind of just miss being around other students, going to La Fun and just hanging out with your other regular classmates. But I think it's been different. I think it's been good for us to be able to have this moment to take a break and be able to focus solely on basketball and then come back in next semester refreshed.
Yeah, it certainly does give you that opportunity. You have to sort of make your own energy, though. I mean, the campus has a different vibe to it when no one's around. Now, do you guys use this for a community service, social activities too? Because it is a long period of time.
Yeah, we do a little bit of both. We just got back from doing community service at a food bank, and a few of our players went to an elementary school earlier this morning to do activities with a few of the school kids. And so we take this time to, go out to dinner as a team sometimes when we can, and going out to dinner as a position group. Like the guards have dinner tomorrow night at Papavino's, which will be good. And so we just take this time to, just relax together as a team, but making sure we're taking time for ourselves as well and being able to focus in on just our well-being.
You said the guards are going to Papavino's?
Yeah.
Is Niele included in
Yes,
that deal?
yes. Yeah, she's paying, so.
Ask her what happened to my invitation, will you?
I will.
Well, it's been great to have you with us, and great especially to be able to spend a little time recognizing all you have done for this program, to be the person who was handed the ball from day one when she got here and expected to lead this team for 4 of the most successful years you can imagine, and hopefully a special year this way. We can't thank you enough for all you do for Notre Dame.
All right, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being with us. We'll be back in a minute.
To go out there and to be able to lace up and play the game that I love was something that I've always dreamed about.
It's a blessing. I just get goosebumps sometimes. You look up and you just see, thousands of people in the stand cheering you on.
Playing for my brothers, man. It's time to show it now. Everybody's looking.